Hey guys, welcome to this woodwork. So, what's going on here? What's all this junk doing in my workshop? Okay, of course, so most of you have already twigged that I've moved workshop, and so let's go and take a look at that. Okay, so here's the new workshop. It's a single garage. We actually have a double garage here, but I've put up a dividing wall here because I couldn't get away with taking the entire thing. But I think just a single garage has made enough space for me to sort of move on with the woodworking and just give me enough space to move around at least. So I haven't actually mentioned that there was a workshop move, but most of you eagle-eyed viewers have already noticed. And I hadn't actually planned on doing a workshop video this soon until I'd got everything sorted out. But because there was so much demand from you guys, I decided I would just do a quick video and show you the sort of mid setup of my new workshop. So I'm just going to grab the camera now and I'll show you around. Okay, so if I start over in this corner of the workshop, this brand new addition to the workshop is this lathe. It set me back a fair bit. It's the Axminster AWV SWL 1200 lathe. That's a bit of a mouthful. I think it's exactly the same as far as I can tell to the one in America, the Laguna 1847, and it works pretty sweet. It's all variable speed and everything, and it's certainly going to be a lot of fun turning on that once I get a spindle. I've ordered a spindle adapter so I can fit my old chuck to it, although this would probably be a good opportunity to get back into faceplate turning, which I did a lot of when I started turning when I was using this lathe. This is my little mini lathe. I'm going to keep it around the workshop in case one of my family or something wants to do some turning. That way they don't use my really nice lathe. Just sitting on top of here, we've got some milled up lumber, which I'm working on a table at the moment. Just got some walnuts. I'm working on a table for my mum actually for her birthday. I was actually supposed to make it for her birthday in 2010, I think it was. No, Christmas 2010, and I'm finally getting around to doing it. I think a lot of you know what I'm talking about when you put off projects, but this is actually similar sort of design to the table David Marks did, which was number 206 I think in his woodwork series. And so that was the only project I think I ever really saw that I really wanted to make of his, but I'm finally doing that. And up here we just got some storage. Well, when I get round to it, I'm gonna put all of my turning tools and everything up on there, keep them out of the way. Down here's the dust extractor. It's not connected up to anything at the moment. I'll probably just have a bit of flexible hose to use it on the various tools around the workshop, but at the moment it's just sitting down there. So I'll post a bit more about this lathe at some point on the website and fill you in on how it's doing. So as I said, not everything's completely sorted out yet, and it's a really big mess around here at the moment, but I'm at a stage where I can sort of work comfortably in here, and well, certainly more comfortably than I was in the old workshop, which is now, as you saw, really just for storage of wood and old sort of crap that we don't want to throw away. So here's the bandsaw. All of you guys have probably seen this already, and just got that set up here. Behind here I've got sort of sanding and the sharpening station. You notice all of the tool racks are actually, apart from these new ones over there and this one which got nothing on at the moment but will eventually have all the turning bits and everything on there. But yes, these two tool racks are just the same things that were in the old workshop, and I just fitted those into place on this wall. We actually had to get fitted in a lot of new outlets. There's one here, one down here, and there's another one over there, and that was just so that didn't want to overload the single power socket that was already existing there. Now I'll just give you a quick look over the other side. It's pretty uninteresting, just piles and piles of crap up on those shelves. believe it or not, it was actually worse than this when it was a double garage, and so actually moving has probably helped out, giving us the opportunity to get rid of a load of rubbish. So I'm sure you guys have actually seen this already in several videos. I think the turned legged box, that was in there, and a good few of the other videos. This was actually donated to me by a local gentleman who company was getting rid of it, so I got hold of that, and it's pretty antique, as you can see here. Got a little bit of rust on the bodywork, but it runs absolutely beautifully. It's a massive step up from my old bit of rubbish, which was just a power drill that was attached to a plunge mechanism, so that's working really nicely. So I've got, as I say, most of a lot of new storage for tools. I keep most of my hand tools up on the wall. It's just it makes the most sense to store your hand tools on the wall. Got my fret saw down in the corner under there because it doesn't really make sense to have it up on the workbench. Hardly ever use it. At the moment, just got all the clamps bunged in a box and hanging off this shelf. And incidentally, a lot of the sort of cabinets and everything were already in here, so I've just utilised those. So I've got some more storage up here. It's great to have a lot more storage than I certainly did in the old workshop. I've got my router table actually at the moment is attached up to a just sitting on a workmate actually, and that's working all right. Not ideally. I've got the thicknesser and jointer are actually balanced on top of one another, but eventually I'll get round to making a stand for that, and that should certainly work out a bit better. And then finally the table saw, I need to make an extension for this, and I'll attach the router to that, and by the time that's done I'll certainly have a lot more space in here, even though I've got masses more space than I used to, which is it's great to be able to walk up and down the workshop without hitting into anything, so it's really great that. So that's about it for the new workshop. As I say, I've got a lot more to do to get it all set up and finished, but so I've got a few more sort of shop projects to do. As I say, I'm going to work on an extension for the table saw. So anything that you guys are interested in, let me know, post a comment, and I'll see what I can do if it's something that I'm going to be working on anyway. So I'll see you again soon, guys. Bye bye.